Carolyn Dube here with this month's colorful jelly print party. This month, well, I have to confess, I think it's pretty clear I'm addicted to the Gelli Plate because I'm starting to see stuff in all sorts of places for it. I was in a hotel room recently and I kept looking around the room going, this stuff would be really cool to make a jelly print with. So I actually saved it all and brought it home. My husband thought I was a little strange that I wanted to save all these treasures for the Gelli Plate, but he's also grown to accept that I just kind of do these things sometimes. So I've got the soap, I've got the shampoos, and I've got the drink carrier, and now I'm ready to make some prints. Alright, so I'm squirting some paint on here to the Gelli Plate. I've got a combination of some metallics, those are from PBO, and I've got some matte acrylics, and I'm really just looking for some colors that I like. And right now I'm on a metallic kick, so I like some shimmer in there. I'm going to blend all that on the Gelli Plate with my usual careful precision that I have for things, and now I'm just going to start grabbing stuff like this drink carrier. I'm going to press it down, and I'm thinking that it might stamp off a little bit for me, but no, none of these tools really stamp off. They make some great impressions, and I have to say, I think that soap is going to become my all-time favorite of all of these toys. And then there are going to be some oops happening, like this thing fell out of my hand. I'm like, well, okay, then I'll just use the side of it on the Gelli Plate too. Why not? If it decides it wants to go do that, I'll give it a shot. And so I can roll around the edges of the soaps. I can use the flat parts of the soaps. Everything is fair game here as I look at this stuff. So I'm going to take my first print, and I have high expectations for this, right? And I look at it, and yeah, you know, it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. The second print I like a lot more. No shocker there that the ghosts tend to make me happier than my first prints. And I'm really liking the organic feeling of the shapes in that one. Of course, there might still be some paint, so can I get much of a print? Not really, but you know what? I'll just add more layers to it at some point. Well, I cut up that drink carrier so I can use it in a different way because the big thing just felt kind of clumsy to handle. So, you know, I thought it's really just something that would be called trash to most people. I can rip it up or cut it up any way I want. So I've got another round of colors going on here. And as I clean off my brayer, I'm starting to realize I'm really liking that brayer paper too. Another one of those perks of the Gelli Plate, nothing goes to waste, man. I love that about this thing. So I'm going to start adding some lines on this. I am twisting and turning. I am simply playing. I am not thinking at all about this. I am just letting myself explore and play and see what happens. Well, and as usual, the first print's fine, but the second print is the one that I really, really like. And I love the look of those lines through it. Really cool one there. But I've got one print that isn't that cool to me. I mean, it's fine. It's ho-hum. And I want to do a little bit more to it. So I'm going to add some more layers to it. Now, when I say add more layers to this, I don't want you to think there's any kind of precision happening here. This is still very much play and winging it and letting it go. It's not like this is a clearly thought out plan. Other than I've got some reds and pinks, I'm going to put blues on top of it. That's as deep as the thought has gone with this. The rest of it is just about play. So that soap, I liked playing with the soap and I want to play with the dirty soap. So I'm going to play with that one and I'm just going to have fun with it. Well, if you're enjoying this video and the play, I'd love it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you can see more of my videos and join me for more of the play. If you'd like to be a part of even more, I've got my free newsletter over on the blog too that you can sign up for, and I've got a free downloadable video and PDF waiting for you once you confirm your subscription. Well, now back to the jelly printing here. I've got this print and that may be one of my favorites of today. The second print that's usually my absolute favorite of a pull, I'm going to put that approximately on top of the pink. See, I didn't line it up perfectly, but it doesn't matter. And now I can't waste any paint, so I am going to take that third print up. It's like a moral imperative for me to use up all the paint. And I really like all the colors going on in that one. And onto that print where I've built up 2 layers, I'm going to add a third layer, a layer of white. Now these are the things I've been playing with and doing with the Gelli Plate, and I'd love to see what you're making with the Gelli Plate. Take a moment to pop over to our Google Plus community called the Colorful Playground, share what you're making and see what other people are doing. If you're new to this whole Google Plus thing, not a problem. We're all figuring it out too. I've got an entire section of places to ask questions about Google Plus, as well as videos and help for how to navigate and get around. I'll have the links for you down below on the video here. And as I'm playing around with this, with the white, my white isn't quite so white anymore. I'm starting to pick up colors that were already from paint that was on the shampoo and on the soap and on the drink carrier. So that's just going to add a little bit more color here and there mixing in with the white. I think this one's ready to be taken as a print, so we'll see what I get. And the first print has the most paint on it. And ooh, look at those colors. Very soft because of all the white mixing in. Well, the second print, which is the ghost, not as much paint, I'm going to put this as my third layer on this print. Well, this print has gone from ho-hum to something I'm in love with just 3 layers. Well, thanks for joining me for this month's colorful jelly print party, all with things I found inside a hotel room. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you shared it with your friends. Thanks for being a part of this colorful journey.